Now next you will hear the Mo Piri song that I mentioned before, the standard Cook Islands wedding song composed by Dr. John Jonasson, as I introduced him earlier. And this particular video is again a video montage done by a private citizen, a particular wedding, and some scenes from different parts of the islands, plus the actual wedding reception and people dancing at the wedding reception. Now, I should mention that vocal, that recording of Mo Piri, was performed by Tara Kauwai, who was featured in that first, remember that New Zealand TV video clip talking about Cook Islands contemporary music, and she was one of the featured artists in there. Now that show in New Zealand, we're going to go back to that for our next clip. It's called Tangata Pacifica, and it's a special like cable TV show that highlights elements of Polynesian culture and Pacific Islands culture as they're found right there in New Zealand. This next one features a group called the Cabin Bread Boys, and I think again you're going to hear very strong connections to Western popular music, to R&B and reggae. So take a look.
Right, to music now. The sweet sounds of ukulele strings has been the mainstay of Cook Islands music scene here in Aotearoa for years.
And one of the bands responsible for keeping the sound alive has released only its second album in 8 years. Why so long between drinks? John Utanga finds out.
Thursday night in Otara, and behind me is the church hall where a local string band is launching their second album. The band is the Cabin Bread Boys, a bunch of mates who got together nearly a decade ago and decided to make a CD. 8 years on, they're at it again, and they're kicking off their new album in front of friends and family.
Born and raised within the church of HRPRC, and because that's where the Cabin Bread Boys actually started, was from within the parish.
We're glad to have a lot of my Asian family there, and filling up most of the front seats, but most of all probably just having my my parents there. Although my mum's passed away, just having acknowledgement for her on that night was really heart-touching.
The new album's been a labour of love for the boys, who acknowledge it's been a long time between drinks.
A lot of it was maybe just moulding the band. Although we are a band, we all have our own individual characteristics or lifestyles.
Everyone had their own schedules. As you said, like myself and Juno went overseas, and everyone was just trying to work around.
Being together as a whole group was a bit of a mission at the time, but just recently we've managed to stick together for the last 2 years together as the boys, and actually gave us some time to come in here into the studio and actually get something done.
The boys are still a four-piece thanks to new member Lindsay Unuia, a 20-year-old who grew up with the ukulele strings in his blood.
I've pretty much grown up into the CNA, the likes of playing in the Polyfest and just growing up in their cultural environment. Yeah, I've pretty much been cultural all my life.
In the meantime, the Cabin Bread Boys are keen to play more live gigs as a quartet, although the second album has offered some opportunities to have more of a behind-the-scenes role.
For starters, we're going to try and maintain our CD that we've launched lately, and try and build on making some more albums, if not as a group, with various artists that will work alongside us. Just trying to get more of our Cook Island music out there, especially trying to get into the mainstream.
Now, before we complete our discussion of Cook Islands, I wanted to bring in a clip that kind of makes a broader point here. We've talked about cultural exchange. We've talked about how that worked back just before the time of European colonization and missionization. We talked about that during the early colonial era and the way that European sailing ships perhaps accelerated the cultural exchange, and things like converting people to Christianity and then taking those islanders to other areas of the Pacific as missionary assistants, so to speak. And so all these different ways that different island cultures shared, and that continues into the present day. And now, of course, it's through videos and digital audio and the way people have access to so many recordings of so many different styles and just start sharing and blending. So we have a group working in New Zealand called Crossbreed. Again, it's from the Tangata Pacifica show. And these are Samoan, I believe, rather than Cook Islanders, but the idea of cultural exchange into the contemporary era, and now Pacific Islands not only meet with each other, but they meet with the Caribbean and Jamaica and North America, and soul and R&B and all these things come together. So take a look at this, very hip-hop laden English language, but as you listen to the interview parts, you hear how these young performers are trying to create something positive and a positive message for Polynesian youth.
Now, one of the hottest hip-hop duos out this summer has to be a crew named Crossbreed. They're straight Southside and they come from the Groove House stable. At only 18, they're already making their mark with their first single, Dance Baby, getting airplay.
I feel like freezing to the point you make me mellow. Ain't no time to waste, so get on down, get on down, get on down, get on down, get on down again, get on down. Hit me now.
Just getting it to come and deliver. Move your body and be free like a winner. Forget about tomorrow, relax today and dance, baby, your blues away.
we speak and when we rhyme and when we sing, we really sing it from the heart. Like, it's not something that came from nowhere. It's like, and like just having the opportunity to even hold the mic is like, whoa, you know.
This is my way of talking to the youth, the Polynesian youth, the youth of New Zealand. Just the fact that I can speak to them through music. That's what I love most about being in Crossbreed.
Crossbreed is like a template of what we want to establish in the future for many other youth that are out there today. And not being biased, but especially Polynesian youth. And so with Crossbreed, we've just trying to develop a vehicle so that we can empower their expression.
I'll be spending my summertime with the fellas, chilling all day, no need for all the umbrellas, it be hella hot. Hopscotch, Barbie battles at the pool, listening to your fams lay down the pool.
There's no name you could pretty much coin on it, but knowing Groove House as a whole, we've known for having 1,000 styles, so our sound is pretty much an evolving style of music.
Things to do in all the fun places. Summertime's got pretty smiles on kids' faces.
Just hearing yourself on the radio, like for the first time, like for us being so young and being so like, just from our backgrounds also where we've come from, it's like, wow, you know, we actually did something, and then we were like, man, I can't wait to do the clip, you know, to shoot the clip, and I can't wait to do more of this. Like, I just want to keep doing it, and it just made us more passionate and more driven.
Coming out of the radio, it's like, whoa, it speaks volumes, and that's a massive blessing for us, just to know that our single's out there, and that people are out there listening to our music.
First off, I gotta get my praise on to the one and only, who never ever leaves me lonely. I know so many people out there gotta show my way of saying thanks, compressed against the flow. Here we go.
We just really wanted to say, hey, you know, there's more to life than what you see on TV. There's more to life than the music that you listen to. There's more than sex, drugs and alcohol, cash and all that, you know. So we just want to be that role model, and to have the opportunity to have our song on the radio and to see us on TV soon, you know, that in itself is just a blessing, and we're just so privileged to be a part of it.
Pay respect to the ones who held you down when times were rough, when times were low. The song's dedicated to the ones who helped you grow. Never
succeeding in the music industry, making sure that our local communities are strong and tight, making sure that we do not lose our connection with our young people, our youth, and just helping everyone else grow. We're just one of many, because we know that there are many groups out there that are just like us.
Nowadays, I don't think there's any excuse for any muso to say that they can't give at least a day to community things, because whether you like it or not, you are a role model, and that's the thing I want to install into the Crossbreeders.
In this hood, we only got each other.
If I can reproduce more like-minded, like-hearted people as myself, then I know that my two boys, my two girls are going to be in good hands.
Move your body and be free like a winner. Forget about tomorrow, decide to play. Let Jah take your blues away. Come and deliver. Move your body and be free like a winner.
We can make it clap to this, clap once. Now hit me 2 times. We can make it clap to this, clap once. Now hit me 2 times.
We can make it clap to this, clap once. Now hit me 2 times.
We can make it clap to this, now dance, baby, 'cause this is live.
Keep an eye out for all of these artists. They're not just faces and voices of the future. They're making it happen.